I'm back to start another reading vlog. So I'm actually here to start my Orilium reading vlog a few days early. The reason I'm doing this is because I am heading out of the country for about 10 days, so I want to be able to make sure I get all my required reads, like all the reads I know that I need to read by the end of the month done, because I'm also participating in like 3 other challenge-based readathons that start August 1st, so I'm gonna have a lot of like required reads that kind of get tossed on me. So yeah, happy Orilium Day. I'm wearing my Orilium merch. We are about to start the spring semester. If you haven't been following my journey or my travels, I'm a mind walker. So I have to take a bunch of classes. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my first level of my illusions class. I started reading it last night, but I had a super bad headache and I just kind of put it down. But I am reading Over My Dead Body which is a graphic novel. It's about this girl. They take place at like a witching academy, which is so ironic because I'm participating in Orilium this week. And her best friend kind of goes missing and she has to kind of work with the other people in like the community to kind of find her friend, but she can't go into the woods because it's dangerous. And oh my god, this art style is just so stunning. I got this recommendation from Super Space Chick, or that's her name, Merrily Kristen. I'll try to link her below if I remember. She read it during Summerween, which I sort of participated in but didn't really participate in. But yeah, so I'm gonna go finish this off and then I'm gonna kind of take a look at my TBR and see, because the thing was that I built my Orilium TBR based on my Amazing Readathon, which has to be all blue books. But now I feel sort of bad like reading a blue book when it's not Amazing Readathon, because I'm doing that for a purpose. So I don't know, I may like choose a book on my TBR, I may choose a different book. Lord knows I have a lot of like first books in a series that I can read. I don't know. So that's sort of where we are. I may pick like, ooh. So I don't know. That's kind of where we are. Let me finish this, see how long it takes me to get there. And then I will be back. But I am about 150 pages into this, and when I'm back, I will give you guys an update, and then we will chat through my next option, which I do not know what it's going to be. So we'll get there when we get there. But I definitely know I want to hold up on some blue books until then, so maybe I'll change up this TBR a little bit. I do not know. I didn't know that we could start so early. So I'll be back when I have finished Over My Dead Body. It shouldn't take me that long. Time check right now, it's about 8:38. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey Book Dragons, I'm back. I just want to do a quick update. I did want to finishing Over My Dead Body. I think the title's wrong, but I will put a photo of it at some point in this vlog. It was a really fun like witchy graphic novel. It is now 12:44, so I did want to finishing that a long time ago. But I worked out, I watched a little bit of Superman and Lois, which is my show for the moment. I want to finish Superman and Lois before I go to Italy. That's the goal. A lot of things I want to finish before Italy so I can come back and sort of start fresh. But I did really like that. I think it's a perfect like early fall read. You basically follow this main character. They go to school like a witch's academy, which is very funny because I'm doing this during Orilium. I think I said it in the previous clip. And her friend goes missing and everyone else is kind of like, oh, let the adults handle it. She's not gonna let the adults handle it. It also has a sapphic element to it. I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. The art style was fun. I think it would be a great fall read, like really great. I'm glad that I picked it up. It was for my first class I had to take, and then I kind of deviated a little bit. Well, not really. I was gonna read a different book for first book in a series, but like that book in a series has more blue on the cover than this does, so I decided just to read this over the weekend, and if I finish it before August 1st, I just won't count it for the Amazing Readathon TBR. But this is Catherine Purdy's new series. I got this arc at ALA. It comes out in September, and I've literally read 8 pages, so I can't really tell you much. All I know is it has to do with witches and magic, which is what I want. And yeah, so I'm really excited. I've only read 8 pages, so I'll probably give you guys an update when I read like about 100 pages just to kind of feel it out. But I am liking it. I like Catherine Purdy's writing style, and the tropes might work for me, so I'm very excited for that. So I'm gonna go read 2-page, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll give you guys update when I get to chapter 6. I don't know, because in theory this vlog is supposed to go until Friday, so it may be like more updates for like fewer updates for more books, but we'll see. So I'm gonna read a bit more, give you guys my thoughts, go watch Superman and Lois, try to catch up on YouTube queue, all the things. And yeah, it's really hot, so in New York today, so I don't know if the puppy's gonna go for a walk. Sorry if you hear construction. We're doing the upstairs. We're like fixing it for my grandparents. So if you hear construction and the noise, I apologize. My dog is actually being quiet, which is rare because she does not like noise. But yeah, so I read about 8 pages. I finished one book for Orilium, which is really, really good. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Friends, I'm back. My puppy's up as well, but I have a bunch of updates for the Amazing Readathon and for what I'm reading. Starting tomorrow, all my reads will probably be dictated by the Amazing Readathon because it's team-based. But this is going to be an Orilium reading blog where I try to read everything Orilium themed this week. So that is still the plan. That is still the plan. So I'm reading a book that is the first in a series, which is The Forest Graham by Catherine Purdy. I'm really liking it so far. I've read about 100 pages and it's a bit complicated, but also not. So basically you follow this main character named Clara, and she has always been told that she is going to die young. And in this society, you have a forest that kind of captures people or kind of encourages them to wander in the forest, and they're never found. And that happened to Clara's mother. And ever since then, no one can get these people back. Like they kind of send people into the woods and they just never come back. So Clara sort of teams up with her friend who has another love interest. Like his love interest, who is a girl named Ella, she kind of went into the woods and they can't find her, so they're kind of teamed up to kind of find out what happened to Clara's mom and his, you know, Axel's girlfriend. And I'm liking it. It's very, very fairy tale-esque, and I like that quite a bit. There's also magic, there's also like tarot cards. Right now we have a trio of character dynamic, which is probably one of my favorite in all the type of books that I read. I love trio dynamics. The real question is, how far am I going to get in this book today? Because if I read to about 50% and I don't think I'm going to finish it before tomorrow, I'm probably going to pause this book and pick up something else, just because this will work for the Amazing Readathon prompt. I have to finish a book set by the main 4, like the main 5 publishers, and this would work. So I have to see how far I'm going to get. Right now it is about 1 o'clock. I went to yoga this morning. I don't have to work out today. I took the puppy for a walk. It's actually like a beautiful day, so I'm actually going to sit outside with her in a little bit too. But yeah, my goal is to read another like 100 pages. So I'm on I want to get up to page 200 today at least, and just see like the time rise. If I think I can finish it, I think I'm going to finish it. I'm probably just going to power through and finish it. I'm also watching Superman and Lois, but I also might pause that and see if I can finish this book today, but we will see. But I'm enjoying it so far. I love a good fairy tale retelling, especially one that kind of has fairy tale elements to it, but isn't really inspired by one. Definitely from the cover, you could say Little Red Riding Hood is definitely an element, but I've already seen like Cinderella, I've already seen like elements of Rapunzel, so I'm really excited for this book. I like Catherine Purdy's writing style quite a bit. And I'm a little bit, I mean, again, I always say, like, I like second chance romances. I like friends to more romances. And I don't know if it's going to go in that direction because he does have another girl that he's kind of shooting for. But I love the tarot elements as well. I really want to pick up Catherine Purdy's other series too. And I want to finish her Bone Criers duology. I've just run out of time. But yeah, I'm going to go read another 100 pages. And then I'll give you guys an update whatever time. The time check right now, it is about 1 o'clock. So I'm going to go see how far I can get. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Like dragons, I'm back. I just did film this whole clip, but I don't think I was very clear, so I'm going to start again. So I am about 100 pages, 200 pages into The Forest Graham by Catherine Purdy, and I'm enjoying it. I really am liking it. I was trying to figure out how to like talk about it, but I would say it reminds me of Once Upon a Time. Like that's what it reminds me of. That's basically the premise. I think I gave you like a little bit of the premise before, but basically these 3 characters are now kind of in this forest trying to figure out what is happening. There was a murderer that was like inspired, that someone made a wish on a book, and the book kind of killed somebody, and that kind of turned the forest against them. Which I think is a very cool concept. But like once you get into the forest, that's giving me Once Upon a Time vibes, because these people are becoming fairy tale characters in a sense, and I'm liking that. There's also the potentiality of like a love triangle and a love element in here that I'm enjoying. And I'm just liking the characters. I'm liking the setting. It's giving me Once Upon a Time vibes, but it's also giving me Among the Beast and Briars vibes, and it's a fun time. I really like the characters. It's a very quick read. And it's just a fun one. Like, I'm really liking it. I liked Catherine Purdy's other series, her Bone Crier Moon series. And the magic in here is more like fate magic. Like, the main character's grandmother, like, can read cards, and she's had her fate kind of read for her. And her whole goal right now is her mother has been one of the missing. So that's why she's kind of going in, and she thinks her life's forfeit. Her wish is, if she's ever going to make it on this book, is to find her mother. And then Axel is the person that's looking for his soon, like the person that he's supposed to marry, and then her that girl, her name's Ella, her sister is also going, so they're kind of like a forced trio, and I'm really enjoying it. So I did get to that 50% mark, which I didn't know was gonna happen, and that kind of means I have to finish this book before 7 o'clock tomorrow. So, and my timer just went off, so you're gonna hear people in the background talking, but I am very excited to keep reading this. My goal is to read another 50 pages. I don't know how long that's going to be, but I have to go because sprints are starting, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey friends, it is Monday. I'm very excited. Today is the last official day of July. So I have a bunch of reading I have to get done today. I have to read the last 100 pages in the Forest Grimm so I can be ready for kickoff sprints for the Amazing Readathon. And this I think is too purple to count. And by the way, I'm like 50% into this book, so it wouldn't count anyway. But I'm liking it like quite a bit. I always love fairy tale retellings. I love when they're kind of like a twist on it. And I'm enjoying this book like quite a bit. I definitely think it's very, very character focused, but there is a plot. I just think the plot is a little bit complicated to explain because there's a lot of moving elements and you're only in Clara's head. So Clara, there's a lot happening in this story. There's a lot of like unreliable narrator. There's a lot of eerie and creepy things happening in this forest. You do have 3 main characters. So sometimes I feel like they get a little bit lost in the details, but I'm liking it like quite a bit. I think it's definitely like what I said before. It gives me like Once Upon a Time vibes, because when you go into this forest, all of these missing people take on the identity of like fairy tale characters, which I think is very, very interesting. And there's a whole other element of like tarot cards and fate and destiny, and Axel and Clara have very different views on that. And also the other character's sister has very, very different views on that. So it's just very, very compelling and interesting. It's a very, very closed door story. Like there's only really 3 characters in this whole story and the side characters that you kind of meet along the way. But I'm very much intrigued. I'm very curious to see how this story is going to play out. So I want to keep reading, but yeah. I have to read 100 pages before 7 o'clock, which I think is definitely doable. Like, to definitely finish about 50. I'm also taking a break from watching stuff because I want to be able to make sure I can power through this. And once I power through this, I can go back to, like, watching and reading. But I also want to catch up on everyone's YouTube videos because I'm heading to Italy for 10 days. And I know when I come back, I'm going to have, like, 77 videos to watch. So I'm trying to fix that. But I'm really, really enjoying it. I know some people I liked Catherine Purdy's first book. I want to read her other series. I just have to go back and finish the duology, but I'm really enjoying it. So I am going to go work out for a little bit, put my headphones in. I also did finish the audiobook I was listening to, which is really, really great. It has nothing to do with this vlog. Can't count for anything unless I decide to count it later for Orilium, because it was an audiobook that I listened to 50% of, but it's not, I really don't want to count it because I started so early. But yeah. I also got approved for 2 arcs that I'm super excited for. I got approved for the new Aaron Hahn book. I will attach a photo here in editing. And I also got approved for the new Kayla Josephine book. It's a sequel to a middle grade book series that I've been reading, and I'll attach a photo here for that. And yeah, I'm really excited for that. I didn't even request the Aaron Hahn one. I just got sent an e-arc, so I'm really excited for that. And the Hollowthorn book, I did request an arc of once I saw it on Super Space Chicks channel. So yeah. Those are the 2 really exciting things that happened today, and I will talk to you soon for an update when I get maybe to the end of this. I don't know. Maybe I'll give you guys another update, and then I'll see how long this vlog is. But my plan was to vlog the whole first week of the Amazing Readathon, but we will see. So I will see how long this vlog is, and then maybe I'll start a new vlog. I don't know. But my goal was to finish all my Orilium books before I left to go to Italy, minus like my audiobooks, but we will see if that's actually going to happen. It may not occur. We will see. But yeah, still really enjoying it. I think it's probably going to be like a 4.5, 5-star read. But it's just really, really working for me. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Big Dragons, I'm back. I have to be a bit quiet because my puppy and my dad are both sleeping, and they have been, loud all day. So I'm trying to give them time to rest, especially the dog. She's gone on 2 walks and she's very, very tired. She doesn't want to sleep if she hears me talking. So if you notice I'm speaking softly, that is why. But I did want to say that I wound up getting up to page 300 in The Forest Grant by Catherine Purdy. I'm really liking this book. This book is really working for me. It has a lot of elements that are just like hitting, and I think it's half of it's because like the story is very, very familiar. Like it's not a very, very complicated story, but I'm just enjoying it. Like the characters are solid. It has a lot of fairy tale-esque elements, but also like a unique twist on it. And there is a lot of like talk about fate and destiny and what that means. And I think like Clara's character is very different, and I'm curious to see how this book is going to end because it could go in like one of two ways. But I just think it's interesting, and like it really gives me Once Upon a Time vibes, like the early seasons, which I really did love, especially like when they didn't know they were the fairy tale characters, and that's sort of what this is giving me as well. But it's a very, very fun and quick read, very, very digestible. It really makes you want to go back and like reread the Bone Crier's Moon series and finish up that duology, because it's been so long that I feel like I probably would need a reread, but the colors don't work right now because it's not a blue book and I'm trying to read only blue books in the month of August. But yeah, so I'm gonna go read the last like 30 or 40 pages of this, and I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna see how long this vlog is. And then I'm gonna kind of just start reading all my stuff for the Amazing Readathon and be ready for 7 o'clock tonight when I can like properly start stuff. So I don't know, that's kind of my thought, but I'm gonna go read the end of this, see my thoughts. Right now I would say it's probably like a 4.5 star read. The ending will kind of decide if I'm gonna give it a full 5 star, if I'm gonna give it a 4.5 star, but I'm really liking it. I like Catherine Purdy's writing style. I like how she uses, this book really wasn't witchy. There are some witchy elements to the story, there are some magic elements to the story, but I'm enjoying it. I think that if you're go into this book thinking it's not going to be a traditional love structure, like I will say that because it's could be a bit messy, but I'm really liking it. So I'm gonna go wrap up the end of it, read the last like 40 pages and give you guys my thoughts, and then I'm gonna see how long this vlog is and if I should start a new one or not. This is supposed to be a vlog me reading all of my Orilium props, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Because Orilium and Magical Readathon will kind of be one and the same eventually because all the books are blue. Skip for this one. So, alright, I will see you guys in a bit for an update. Bye. Hey Dragons, I'm back. So I wound up finishing my book a bit earlier than I wanted, but that's good because it means I can definitely start the sprints when I want to. At 6, I think, Mel's going to be sprinting, and then Bree's going to be sprinting at 7 for the kickoff sprints. So yeah, I like this book. I adore this book. I thought this book worked so well for me. It had so many elements that really worked. I love the trio of characters. I love kind of twisting fairy tales because I think that like normally you get one element of a fairy tale, but this literally reminded me of like Once Upon a Time, the early seasons, but definitely like a darker version of them and kind of like a unique twist on them. We got to see several like fairy tale-esque characters, and our main character was really, really fun. I think the romance was a little bit unexpected, but I really liked it, and I thought it played into a trope that I really like. I like Second Chance. I like Friends to More. But it was a really, really solid read. I gave it 5 stars. I like Catherine Purdy's other series, so it was no shock I was gonna like this one. And yeah, I would go into it kind of thinking you're gonna read like it gave me like Among the Beast and Briars vibes. That's the vibe of the book, but definitely very fairy tale-esque. This cover's so pretty as well. And yeah, I tabbed it because I wanted to. But yeah, I'm going to go see how long this vlog is and see if I should start a new one or not. I was trying to finish all of my Orilium props that I'm going to be reading physically. But I got rid of most of them that aren't really blue. So any other books I read for Orilium will be blue, and they'll just be for the rest of the readathon when I can squeeze them in. Give me my priority books. And this I thought was blue, but on like retrospect I think it's more purple, so I wouldn't feel comfortable counting it, which I don't have to. So yeah, I'm gonna go see how long this vlog is. If it's between 20 and 30 minutes, I'm probably just gonna call it a vlog and then start a new vlog, and that will be up until when I go to Italy. But we'll see. So yeah, I'll be back when I decide if I'm gonna cut this vlog or not, and if not, we'll talk about the next book I'm gonna read. Hi friends, so I'm back. So I think I'm gonna power through and I'm gonna read volume 3 of Spy Family. I have to do this for one of the prompts. I have to read just a graphic novel, and this I don't think I'm gonna get a ton of points, and I can't read this when I'm in Italy because I don't want to bring it on the plane. So I'm gonna power through it and read it before it starts, and if I'm reading it a little bit in kickoff sprints, it's fine. My other book is like a behemoth, so I'm not going to finish that tonight with anything. But this will definitely work for Orilium. I'll get the class when I look it up in my notebook. But this is volume 3. I really have liked the other volumes. This is the first manga series that has at all captured my attention, so I'm super excited. So yeah, I'm going to go read as much as I can. I'm going to go sprint. I might need to take the puppy for a walk. We will see if she's lets me take her for a walk. We will see. But yeah, that is the plan. So once I finish this and I have some solid thoughts, I will give you guys an update, and then we'll chat through my first book for the Amazing Readathon, which is also an Orilium read. So I'm just going to keep going, and I'll probably maybe start a new reading vlog tomorrow to kick off August. We'll see. But I'll talk to you guys when I'm done with Spy Family and then give you guys a time check. And hi, Cassie. Speak of the devil herself. She might have to go for a puppy walk later. I also do finish my audiobook, which is not in this vlog at all because it has nothing to do with it. But I can start a new book, which is going to be for, oh my goodness. Oh, Cassie! Sorry, she knocked my light over. Which is also for Orilium. So that's very exciting. All right. So I will see you guys in a little bit with an update about Spy Family Volume 3. Hi friends, I am back. I did wind up taking a bit longer, so we are still doing reading sprints, but I did wind up getting up to finishing volume 3 of Spy Family, and I really like this book. I thought it was a solid read. Very, very fun. I'm gonna have to pick up the next 2 volumes when I go to Target or the next bookstore I go to, but I enjoyed it. This one was fun. I think it's definitely, the characters definitely getting closer. There was like a very awkward dynamic between Noor and her brother, which I thought was like super awkward, like the whole like first to be the first section was all about the brother, and their relationship dynamic was just very socially awkward, but it was fun. I really love Anya, I love Lloyd, and it's just a fun read. Definitely my favorite manga series I've ever read, because it's the only one I've ever read, but it's very, very enjoyable, and I would probably give this one like 4 stars for review. So I'm gonna pick up Sing Me to Sleep by Gabby Bird, and it's gonna be my first official read for the Amazing Readathon, and I literally have no idea what this book's about. Like, no idea. I should probably read the summary so I know what I'm going into. But I will give you guys an update when I read the first like 100 pages maybe. Yeah, I'll give you guys an update when I get to the first like 100 pages. When I get to chapter 11, I'll give you guys like a solid update. But yeah, I don't know what I'm getting into with this book, so I'm gonna go read, maybe read a little bit more tonight. And yeah, I'll give you guys a check-in guys tomorrow morning, unless like I read 100 pages tonight and like feel incredibly motivated. But I also have to, like, tomorrow's the first day of the month, so I do a lot of prep stuff the first day of the month. I have to film my TBR. I'm doing a secret project with Leanne from TBR 0, so I have to film a video for her, and I have to do a bunch of other stuff too, so that's gonna be a busy day. But I got this book at ALA and it was signed to me, so I want to know like what I'm getting myself into. But this cover, like, I saw this cover, I was like, oh my god, I need this cover. So alas. Alright, I'll be back when I have something to update you guys on. Bye. Friends, I'm back. So I'm actually gonna wrap up this vlog because it took me like 2 hours to figure out a book to read, so it's actually the next day and I want to do the rest of the vlog until I leave for Italy. But in this vlog I wound up finishing 3 things. I wound up finishing Over My Dead Body. I will touch a photo at some point in this vlog to tell you the actual title. I gave it 4 stars. It was a really cute witchy read. Then I read The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy, which I gave 5 stars to. I really like this. It's a fairy tale-esque story with a dark twist. And then last but not least, I finished Spy Family, which volume 3, which I really liked. I gave 3 stars. Solid read, very, very fun. And now I'm gonna go start my next reading vlog, and hopefully it's less chaotic than when I tried to do it last night. And yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you were able to complete any Orilium classes. In my next reading vlog, I will try to like tell you guys what classes these were for. But yeah, see you guys soon. Bye.